Well, all right, guys, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, my name is James, and this is Killingit Country, and today is a very exciting day. Check it out. 2021 Kubota KX040-4 GTA with 6-way blade. What else is there to say? It's going to be fun. Stick around. Let's do it. All right, guys, so my machine got dropped off. Bit of a funny story. The salesman is actually on the way to my house right now. The machine was supposed to be delivered today. It ended up being delivered yesterday. Problem being, I still have the check in the house. It's not paid for. I got a $100,000 machine sitting here. I've only given them $1,000. No insurance. No warranty registration signed, no contract signed, nothing. There was a bit of a miscommunication between the delivery people and the salesman, and the machine showed up and I totally wasn't ready for it, but whatever. The salesman is on his way right now with my 12-inch digging bucket and my 24-inch digging bucket. The bucket that's on this right now is a 36-inch hydraulic ditching bucket. So let's get this camera spun around and I'll show you what I can show you on the machine. God, I hope you guys aren't here for a review. I don't have a clue what I'm doing with this thing. I won't be ready to give a review for a very long time. I can maybe do a video on an initial impression of this machine, but I mean, I waited 500 hours to give a review on my 2016 Kubota BX 25D. I can link up there to that review if you'd like. So let's get this camera spun around and have a look. So, what can I tell you? KX040-4, it's the GTA model, which is the 6-in-1 blade. I'll show you all those movements when I get the machine running, but I mean, I don't know what I can tell you here. There's my bucket from H&H Manufacturing, made in Canada. 36-inch hydraulic unit. I did get the thumb. In order to switch between the actual angling function of the bucket and the use of the thumb, you do need to stick a crescent wrench on this and divert your flow. It's a diverter valve there, manual diverter valve. So there'll be one on that side. It'll be either supply or return on that side, and then supply or return on the other side. I don't know which is which at this point. I have seen some of these units that actually have 2 hydraulic lines that come down so that you don't actually have to change the diverter valve over. This is obviously less expensive, but maybe there's a reason they don't want you using the hydraulic thumb with this ditching bucket. Lots of research for me to do. I did get the bolt-on cutting edge. It kind of seemed like a shame to not have one. Spend all that money on a nice bucket and then beat it up right away. It's probably reversible too. Yes, it is a reversible cutting edge. Let's see. In the cab. Like I say, if you're watching this video, you probably know more about these machines than I do right now. So do my kids probably. Yeah, just gonna have a walk around here. I'm told that these are very easy to service for the individuals, so that you don't have to be transporting these things around or floating them around to get Kubota to do stuff. I see a fuel separator there on the bottom. Probably hydraulic or engine oil filter. I'm not sure. Something for me to figure out. Overflow for coolant. That looks like some emissions canister. I almost went with the KX033 because there was no emissions on that engine, but they were, in my opinion, so close in price to each other that I just thought, you know what? It's crazy to let the emissions stuff stop me from getting a machine that's much more capable and a machine that has the six-way blade on the front, which was an attractive feature for me. Wow, that's quite the valve stack. Battery down there. Where's my finger on the camera? There we go. Battery there. Valve stack. That looks like an air filter. That looks like another filter of some kind. It's like a canister filter. I don't know what that's all about. I got to do a lot of reading on this machine. That's the hydraulic oil tank. That whole dark colored tank in there behind all that stuff. It's a lot more complicated than a BX. Holy moly. Look at all those coolers in there all stacked up on top of each other. It's got air conditioning and heat and everything in there. Look at that. Minus 32, tested to minus 32 in May of 2021, which is this month. So yeah, pretty cool. Why did I buy this machine? Well, I have a ton of stuff that needs to be done on the property. It's not only cost prohibitive to just rent a machine like every weekend to do this would be crazy. So it just made sense for me to buy one. Honestly, I have probably 200 feet of French drains to put in around here. If you're watching the channel closely, I have like almost 2 kilometers of road I want to put in the back 40. A ton of work for this machine. It's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited to get digging. Let's get these bonnets closed up and we'll go inside, start this thing up. I wish I could tell you more, but I just don't know anymore right now. I need some experience. All right, what's the trick to closing that? Oh, look at that. A little lever that you have to lift up on in order to get this engine hatch to close. I'm definitely gonna have to invest in some accessories to hold these cameras in here. Suction cup thingies and whatever. Get this door closed. Alright. Uh-oh, lost my key already. So it came with 2 keys, and I'm told that my dealer, which is fine with me, he's going to hang on to, wow, why is this hard to do? So there's my 2 keys. I'm told that the dealer is going to hang on to the red key, and what the red key is for is if I ever lose these keys and I need to have some new ones made, you must have that red key in order to create a new key. And you can only ever create 2 more additional keys, which is interesting. So, I mean, keeping it at the dealer, if they want to be responsible for that red key, that's fine by me. That's where I would go to get a new key made anyway, so what's the difference? It's one less thing for me to keep track of. So, start it up. Better turn the radio down so I don't get a copyright claim. It'll be interesting to see how good you guys can hear me in here with this thing running. So yeah, I'm going to take my camera out of this holder. Hold on a sec. This thing's got to be down in order for any of the hydraulic functions to work. I did figure that out. To lift up the 6-way blade. It's sunny out, it's hard to see, but you're just gonna pull up on this guy here. Other controls on the 6-way, back and forth this way. Does this. And then this rocker switch on the top gives us this. And you've got the nice orange paint on there to let you know whether or not you're aligned, which is probably not perfect, but would get you close. I think this is horn. Yep, that's the horn. What else? Over here, RPM. That's an eco mode, I think, for a fuel saving, if you're not too worried about getting all the horsepower out of it. You push that. I believe this here if you're working in a spot where you're worried that you may catch something on fire with the exhaust, you can stop this thing from doing a regen, stop the emission system from regenerating by pushing that button. I'll have to do some more research on that too. This is for a beacon of some kind. I don't even know. I don't have a beacon on this thing. I didn't bother getting the beacon installed. I didn't want anything else sticking up any higher on the top of this thing. And this will run the lights on the outside of the machine, which I think are incandescent lights, which is kind of disappointing, considering LED is all over the place now. I don't know why anybody is installing incandescent lights on equipment. It's ridiculous. Anyways, that's all stuff that's easily changed. And then to lift up on the main boom, I figured out is this guy here. Wow, that comes really close to the glass. And then secondary boom, for lack of a better term, is this control here. So, you can move the tracks with the handles. And you've also got the foot pedals. And then this control down here is to, I think they call this an offset boom. So you can dig off the side of the machine as well. So, I don't know, what else do I want to show you guys? Maybe I'll go stick the camera outside and just practice a few of the movements. Yeah, there'll be a little bit of a learning curve on that machine. It feels a little bit different than the Kubota BX for sure. I mean, obviously it's a different machine, but a lot of the same principles apply, I would think. So it's going to take some practice, and for the time being, I am excited to start digging, but I want to switch over to the 2-foot toothed bucket, so I'm going to wait for the salesman to get here. And well guys, it's the next day, and I can tell you that that was a ton of fun. We moved some logs around, we dug up some stumps, we spun around in a circle. Bringing the circus home. Kids just love that trick. This is very quickly turning into Julie's machine. Check this out. Can I drive the excavator? Maybe I should just put her name on the window and put my name on the BX like some people do with their pickup trucks. I'm just kidding. I'm never doing that. So the next videos you'll see will be some of that content in detail, and that should be fun. You can watch us learning how to use this thing, and you can chime in with recommendations and let us know what we're doing wrong, like everybody loves to do on YouTube. And so that's going to be it for this video. So thanks very much for watching. You can follow me on Instagram at killingitcountry, and we'll see you in the next one.